Hi.
Hey, Amy, how are you?
Thank you. I'm so glad that I'm like the first one.
You are welcome. How's it going?
Oh my gosh. I find your system like incredibly difficult. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Let's get you sorted out. All right. I'm really glad you're here.
me too.
Um, do you want to give me like a real quick nutshell of like one or two of the top things that you're finding difficult? Would that be easy
Yeah,
to
yeah,
share?
for sure. So the a couple of things. We're trying to figure out how to add blogs, and it keeps on misdirecting us.
How
The
to add
second,
blogs?
yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
The second thing is we're trying to create a contact form that has like an automation. The automation being it sends them to a set of resources. So I'm assuming I need to make the contact form and the other page that holds the resources. And I don't know how to automatically collect the
Mm-hmm.
email
Mm-hmm.
and create the
Mm-hmm.
form
Gotcha.
automatically. So those are the two primary things that we're having issues with right now.
Okay, perfect. I have some answers for you on that. And let me just say hello to Adrian. Welcome. Good to have you here. And all right, let me go ahead and dive in and address these real quick, Amy. I'm going to spend a bit of time today talking about the expiring mini course, which is a feature of XP, but um, I know there's a couple of people in particular who want to hear that and they're not here yet. So I'll pause that and respond to your questions. Both of these things that you're sharing, the reason that you're having a difficult time with them is they are not features that Xperiencify is really designed to do. What I would invite you to do with these is take a look at Go Plus if you haven't already. Go Plus, are you familiar with?
Yeah,
Uh,
that's really what I'm talking about is the Go Plus.
okay, so this isn't office hours for Xperiencify specifically. We actually have separate office hours for Go Plus.
Oh, okay. So what,
There
how
is
do I know for
one
that?
tomorrow, I believe. And if you go to your help center in your account and just type in office hours, I can also grab you the link if you need it. It's going to give you a calendar and it's going to say Xperiencify office hours, Go Plus office hours.
Um,
Let me know if you would like that link. I can just go ahead and grab it for you.
I'm looking at the dashboard on Go Plus and it said this is where it sent me to. It added me to this calendar and it didn't say that it was like Experienceify versus it literally says open office hours and then you click on it, it
Mhm.
opens up, it says follow calendar, but it doesn't, it's literally Experienceify. Do you want me to
Let me
show you?
go ahead and grab a link for you to a calendar that's going to give you exactly what is what.
Yeah, so just letting you know for you to let your people know in the dashboard under Go Plus, when it says open office hours, it sends you to the Experienceify calendar, not anything different.
So it's the same calendar, but if you go into that calendar, it's going to tell you some days are Experienceify office hours. I can tell you exactly when it is. It's pretty simple. Tuesday,
Okay,
Wednesday are Experienceify. Monday and Thursday are Go Plus.
got it.
So you are, of course, welcome to hang out and chat about the XP tools, but the Go Plus people will be able to guide you. And Go Plus, as you probably know, is Go High Level. It's a very robust tool that does everything you need. So it is a lot to get. So we do have totally separate office hours to guide you through that.
Okay, thank you.
And you are very welcome.
I just
Uh,
put in the chat, the tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern time is the next Go Plus office hours, and the calendars are combined onto one.
Yeah, it's one calendar and then it if you go into the calendar and look at the specific events, it'll say Go Plus office hours or XP office hours. So perfect. Thank you for that, Adrian. Appreciate it. And let's see. Adrian, welcome. Did you have questions
I
and
do. I have
topics you want to chat?
one question that I think you can answer for me.
Sure.
Um, it's going to start sounding like a Go Plus question, but it's not.
Okay.
Um,
They blend. Yeah.
on Go Plus, we're able to have multiple domains
Mm-hmm.
under our one account. Are
Mm-hmm.
we able to do the same on Xperiencify?
Good, great question. In XP, it's going to be one custom domain for your school, is how it
Okay.
works. So
Okay.
if you're doing multiple, you may want to have like an umbrella name for the school that is
Hmm.
more general and
Okay.
fits everything.
And with that in mind, I started attempting to change my uh attempting to change my domain name in Xperiencify.
Okay.
And it didn't seem to go very well.
Oh, we can help you
Um,
with that. What can
and
you give me a quick rundown of what happened? What didn't seem to go well?
for it's saying that it still needs to verify it or something like that. Let me see if I can
Mm.
get to the screen um and see exactly what it said.
There's a couple of steps, and as you may know, it will take a
Um,
little bit of time for it all to propagate,
yeah,
but
it's been a few days.
okay, that's too
It
long.
says waiting for DNS, check again, and I've checked again, and it's still not working. And then when I tried to put in the change for the C name, it won't take that at all.
In okay, so
It's
in your
giving me
domain
an
registrar, it won't.
yes, I use GoDaddy,
Okay.
and it's coming up with an error there.
What are you trying to put in? What is this, the
It's
actual?
CNAME, and then the host is the at
Mm-hmm.
symbol,
Mm-hmm.
and then the
Okay,
value
that's the
is
problem.
cname.experiencify.io.
Are you using a subdomain or are you trying to use a root domain? Meaning, what is the literal domain that you're trying to put in? What is
It's creativewell.net.
okay, so this is the problem right here.
Okay,
It needs to be a subdomain unless you
okay.
are using Cloudflare
Oh,
for
which I'm not.
your host. So
Okay,
it would need to be something like there's two ways you can go. You can put a prefix to it like courses dot I forget what it sorry, I just forgot what you told me.
oh,
Um,
CreativeWell.
CreativeWell, courses.creativewell.net. You can add something like
Okay,
courses or academy or school.
okay,
Another option is just to do the www prefix, www.creativewellness.net.
okay. So if I just add the W's, then it should work.
Let me grab you a help doc that's going to
Excellent. Thank
make
you.
sure you get exactly what it's supposed to be.
Thank you.
And we just want to look at subdomain. All right, let me
Okay.
grab this right here. I'm going to put this in the chat. This is going to walk you through the steps, but it's slightly different to set up what's called a root domain versus a subdomain. And
Okay.
if you're in GoDaddy, it needs to be a subdomain. So that will tell you exactly what the CNAME should look like.
All right, so I can still use the C name that's listed in that little box on the Xperiencify page, and I just need to add the subdomain dot before the creativewell.net.
What I would
Is that
do is go ahead and toggle off the switch in your Xperiencify account, toggle it back on, put in the new um, the new subdomain that you're adding. So
Okay.
do you know what I'm talking about
Yes.
in your XP account? Toggle it off,
Okay.
toggle it on, put in www dot. That's going to tell you exactly what to add once you do that. And
Okay.
this subdomain article will also give you exactly what to add.
Thank you so much. And then the one other thing is it said that to change the email address, I need to go through somebody at Xperiencify. And um, where it said to click on the page, there wasn't anything there. So,
Okay, so you want to change the email address of your admin account, like right now, just
right,
to, and
because
all
it
this
was
does,
a
by the
different
way, is
domain. Yeah,
what's that?
it was a different domain. I'm changing the domain that I signed up with to from Mensch Mavens to Creative Well. Because the Creative Well is my umbrella and Mensch
Got it.
Mavens is a sub.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay. And just to clarify, and just for anyone else who's listening, all this does is identify your account with Xperiencify. Your admin email doesn't have anything to do with what your students see, how you email your students, nothing like that. The sole purpose of your admin email is to identify and log into your account if you log in with an email.
oh, that's all it,
That's all
so
it
it
is.
won't,
Yeah.
oh,
So if you
okay.
want to change it,
I
you
guess I
can.
probably don't need to.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to
So it's okay for the domain that I'm using and the email address to be different.
correct. Yeah. We're talking
Then
about
never mind. I'm good.
it's a great question though. The admin email address of your account is just to identify your account and for you to log in if you're logging in with an email versus the magic link. That's
Okay.
it. Yeah,
So the place where it says that I would need and somebody from Xperiencify to help me, that's
exactly.
just for the admin sign in part.
Correct. That's a security
And
thing
I'm
that
good.
so nobody else
That's
can
that's
impersonate
fantastic.
you. Yeah.
That's
Get
good.
it? Hey, I'm Adrian. Change the email to this. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Awesome. You're welcome. Thank you, Adrian. Hey, Shanna. I see Shanna's joined. Great to see you. Um, do you want to, Shanna, do you have questions? Do you want to pop off and say hello if you
Hi,
have questions you want to talk about? How's it going?
good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
So I have one question. I know a problem I need to solve actually has to do with Go Plus. So that I wouldn't
Okay.
ask you, but someone else, right? Um,
Probably. Yeah.
yeah, okay. But oops, what just happened? Okay, sorry, I touched something, did something weird. But I do have a question, two questions. So one is uh if I were to provide time-based access to a module or a training. So in other words, uh, if I wanted people to have access to that area of the course for 1 month and then for it to go away, can I remove access via a tag or something like that?
Great question. Yes, there is a way to do that. You've probably discovered that there's not like an unlock, or I'm sorry, a lock action in the
Right.
experience engine. You've probably already seen that you can unlock trainings, but you can't lock them again. So that's probably why you're running into this question. What
Yes, and I think I also saw that on the trainings, there's no like tag based access option.
Okay, great questions. Yeah, there's a couple of different ways you can go about this, and let me give you the overview, and then maybe I'll share my screen and walk you through how you can set some things up if that's helpful. Uh,
Okay.
Basically, there's a couple different ways you can hide and unlock content. And one way, which might be what you were trying to do, is by setting the content to leave locked. So in step 3, when you upload your trainings, you normally set some kind of a release schedule. Either you'll release them immediately or you'll
Mm,
release them after a week at a time. or there's an option called leave locked. What you can do to unlock them, and I'm just walking through the big picture of this for other people listening, mainly Shana. What you can do is set them to leave locked, and then you can set up an automation to unlock them at a certain time. So that's one way that you can hide and unlock content. But there's another way, which is that you can set up a content block on your page. So all of your content, everything comes in blocks, right? When you're building a page in your page builder, if you go to the all trainings page, there's a block on that page and it's got content in it. You can, first of all, you can have as many content blocks on a page as you want or anywhere, just for the big picture. And you can set up conditions on all of your blocks that will only show content in that box at a certain time. And this you can hide and show or give access and take away access based on tag.
I
So I
see.
can walk you through how to actually do this, but basically you'll put you'll set up a condition on the block that this is only visible to people with a tag, or you can make it only visible on days 3 through days 5 of the program. And
Okay.
then whatever's in this block will be determined by those conditions. The one
Okay.
thing to be aware of if you are using that path is that you might have like a next up training block somewhere. And if you have a next up training block, that is always going to show the next available training. And there isn't a way to hide that. Let me say that in a better way. Or do you get what I mean? Like,
Yes, I do. In other words, even if I've hidden the next training, if I've hidden that training, but it's the
in this
next one
block, but you have a
in,
block down here that says next up training, you're going to be
yeah,
showing it to them there.
right, right, right.
But if they've already done it, then it's not their next up training. So it's not an issue, but it's just because there are so many different variations of how you could set this up. You want to
Yes.
just keep that in mind that if you have a next up training block somewhere and someone's next up training is training 6, it's going to show them training 6 if it's available to them.
Okay, I got it. So,
Making sense so far?
oh, if it's available, but even if it's not, even if I could hide it, but that doesn't mean that the system would still consider it as the next
Well, it's like this.
training for
Um,
them.
yeah, it's like the next up training block has its own conditions on the block. Oh, sorry, I'm losing the connection, I think. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, Shauna.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Great,
Okay.
great. Okay. All right. I might have missed something you said. Are we making sense
No,
so far? How are we doing?
yes, yes, we're making sense so far. I turned off my camera in case that was causing the poor reception.
Yeah, gotcha.
But
Okay.
I heard everything you said, and it's making sense. So,
Okay.
in other words, if I hide the visibility of a block that contains a training, it contains training material, that doesn't that doesn't actually connect to the next training block. The next training block will show that as the next training, even if I've hidden the access to it.
Well, you can think about it this way. You have a block that we were just talking about where you could have hidden access, but you could think about it like this. The next available training block is its own block. It's got its own rules. And
Right.
by definition, the rules that you've set up for the next available training block is show them the next available training. So you don't have to use a next available training block, especially if you're doing something a little bit different in terms of removing and giving access. The next available training block very likely won't make sense for your course if you're doing things in a different way.
Right. Okay. Can I ask my next question?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm interested in modeling my course structure. I don't know if I will make things go away or not, but I'm interested in modeling my course structure after Success School, which goes by the month. So the class page. So for my course, I will have a class and a discussion group. So there will be 2 videos, and then there will be actions, I think, by the week. Like they could take up to 7 actions per week. So in
Mhm.
other words, a block of actions, 4 blocks of 7 actions.
Okay. Gotcha.
And I want all that to be on one page for the month. Like the month should have its own page.
Okay.
So I came to understand yesterday with Jesus, his help. I don't know how he
Uh-huh.
says it,
Uh-huh. Yeah,
that
Jesus.
that I should use a custom page instead of the course the course content area, because the course content area has certain limitations with like one video, one training video, and then your actions underneath. But if I want more than one training video on the page, then I would use a custom page to build it. Am I
Okay.
making sense?
You are, this probably would require like looking with you in detail at what you're setting up. So,
We can do
something like
that.
this might be more detailed than we can just do, off the cuff in an office hours. You may
Oh,
want to consider booking time with our team to go through with you and like really look at what you want to set up. But let me go ahead and give you some responses to these pieces, and we'll see if it's making sense. A custom page is a way that you could set up multiple trainings. That's correct. I think that what Jesus was probably referring to is that when you use the single training template page, and I'm going to
yeah.
go ahead and share my screen to make this a little bit clearer. When we set up a course, as you know, we've got all of our pages in step 4. So you've got all the different pages here where you could set up whatever content you choose. But every time students view a training, and I think this is the key to keep in mind, it's always going to go to the single training template page. Like, meaning when they click into an actual training that you have set up in step 3,
Right.
that will always go to the single training template. One thing you can do is pop an extra video in training notes or in a training action in case that is helpful as far as having more than one training on a page. But if you're
In a training action, it would be, I would put it in the description or something like that.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So you could potentially have a primary training right here, and underneath it, you could have 3 training actions with 3 different videos in each training action
Hmm.
if you wanted to do it that way.
Okay. Okay. So I think that where I was headed with this was, if I insist on having a a nice video block like what we see the top of there, and I want that twice, then that the single training page doesn't have that capability, but I could do that with a custom page. But then I can't actually use the content section,
Correct.
um, and so it would be like building a manual website more than using it.
Exactly.
And so the next training block would not work for me because the next training block pulls from the content section. Is that right?
You're exactly right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then if I went ahead with that and I did blocks of like a 1 week's worth of actions, and I wanted to hide it at the end of the week, that I can just do that based on dates, right? For that's like a date visibility type thing.
Sure. let's look really quick at how we could build something like this. Let's look at a custom page. Actually, I'll start from scratch. I'm going to create a new page. Let's see, what do we want to call this?
I'm excited about the flexibility here, actually.
I'm glad. Yeah, there's definitely a ton of flexibility. It means it can get a little complex, but there's a lot you can do. Okay.
Yeah.
So what we want to do here is, let me think about this. I'm going to think about this with you real quick. Okay. You want video blocks, you want a series of videos on each page.
It would
And
basically it would be like one video and then two blocks, two separate blocks that each have 7 actions in them, and then another video, and
okay,
then
gotcha.
action blocks underneath.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to take the time to build this because I see we've got more people hopping on and we're going to have questions and a lot to do. But let me show you here that you could set up your page by editing the layout and adding blocks that you want to build here. You
Mm-hmm.
can also add actions to your page.
Mm-hmm.
And with any block, we can customize the block visibility right here.
Yeah.
And one thing we could do is make it visible between 2 dates.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say from today through next
Oh,
week, for example.
yeah. Oh, and then who is it for? It could be everyone or it could be tag based, right?
Exactly. You can break
Got
it
it.
down further and get as specific as you want. Once you've done that, you're going to see when you view your page, you're going to see this little icon right here, which when you just quickly look at a page will tell you that this has some kind of customized visibility rule to it. And
I
if we
see.
hovered over it, it's going to tell you exactly what's going on. So in this case,
Got it.
showing the block between these dates and these dates. So to answer your question, yeah, you could build out a page that has 2 videos and a bunch of actions, and all of it could only appear between 2 dates.
Okay. And then the all trainings page would have to be something I manually build with links to each of my custom pages, correct?
Say that again for me.
The all trainings page would have
Mm-hmm.
to be a custom page that I build out with links to all of my custom pages, correct?
When you say the all trainings page, I want to just clarify what you mean because we have templates that are set up for how a lot of courses tend to work, but technically what goes on the all trainings page can be anything you want.
Oh,
And you don't even need to use the all trainings page if that's not helpful. So the bottom line
okay.
is that you can put whatever you want on just about every page of your course with some
I see.
conditions.
I see.
So it's a matter of setting up. And the bottom line is how do students get to where you want them to get? That's the real question
Right.
here. So on your homepage, you're going to have a menu that's going to go to some pages, and you're going to send people to whatever pages you want them to go to. And you can
Okay.
put whatever you want on your homepage as well. You could even do this entire setup you're describing on your homepage, where they log in and they immediately see video, video, video for the week, action, 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 action for the week. And it changes every week based on the same kind of visibility that we were talking about.
Got it.
Does that make sense?
It does make sense. Um, are you able to quickly show me where I would do custom CSS, or do you feel like you need to go to the next person? I don't know who else is here because I haven't seen.
I can show you very quickly the place broadly
Thank
where
you.
you do that is going to be, let's see, down here in course settings,
Okay,
and you're going to see CSS right here. You're
got
going to
it.
toggle it on and add your CSS there.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Great to see you, Shauna.
You too.
All right. Welcome, welcome. I see we've had a few more people hop on. And I see Patrick's here. Great to see you, Patrick.
Hey, great to see you also, Rachel and everyone. Thank you.
How are you doing? You want to go ahead? Looks like you've got a question.
Yes. I need to share my screen, and it's probably going to be a very quick question. Um, I'll send the request out for a
Sure. Do
moment.
you want to give me the overview of the question super quick?
Yes, yeah, I'm creating a sales page. I've just gotten most of the text created, offline, and I'm looking at, possibility of which template to use to actually create this page. And I was looking at a template that Marissa created for X Factor. And I was wondering if I show you her landing page or sales page, could you tell me whether this was created in XP or another tool like Go Plus?
I can, yeah. Let me, I'm looking for where your request to share went. Can you
Okay, I'll send it again.
go ahead and send that for me? And real quick, while you're doing that, Kate, I see you need access to your course, to your account. Is that right?
Mine's a disaster. I can't access anything, and my CRM doesn't seem to even be live. I'm in,
Yeah, I remember
yeah.
you set up more than one account, and
Now
we
I
have,
transferred an account,
yeah,
and
we've got a
I
few
don't.
accounts under your name. So we just need to get your direct permission for which one you want your payment attached to and get that live for you. So we can definitely get that set up and get you going on that. All right, Patrick, do you want to go ahead and share your screen? Is that
Yes,
working?
yes. I'm sending a message. It says the host isn't allowing multiple presenters to share for this meeting.
There we go.
Okay,
All
I'll
right,
try it again.
please go ahead and
Okay, here we
try
go. Here we go.
again. Yeah,
I got it. Okay, can you see this screen?
let me go ahead and stop mine. Please go ahead and try one more time.
Okay. It's saying I'm sharing. I'll stop it and I'll
I
share
am
again.
seeing you, so
Okay, how about now?
I'm still seeing you.
That is so weird that my screen is highlighted.
Here we
I'm gonna,
go. All right,
you got it?
got it.
Okay, so it's looks like a landing page for X Factor, and and I'm just wondering, it looks customized. Not sure which tool used it, but I like some of the different segments in here. And I'm wondering, is this done in XP or is this done in Go Plus? How can I tell?
It looks like uh, most of this looks doable in XP. There's a table just above. And I don't know that Marissa's team necessarily used Go Plus or XP. Marissa's websites are generally custom coded,
Yes.
but there's not a block that looks exactly like that in the XP page builder. But you could either set something up with a bit of custom coding, or I would imagine you can do something like that in Go Plus.
Okay, and Go Plus. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're not 100% sure because I can't really tell by looking at it, or if I do a right click, I'm not sure if it's going to give me any detailed information. Like, well, it shows page
Shanna's saying
source.
she uses WordPress and Keep. Awesome. Thank you, Shanna.
I'm sorry.
Shanna is saying she uses WordPress and Keep. So the
And
answer is
keep.
that this is a WordPress site.
Okay, a WordPress site. Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you so much. That's all I needed.
You can definitely do, I would say you should be able to do very close, if not the same as this in Go Plus. I don't know if
Okay,
you've
awesome.
explored it a lot, but it's got quite a lot of flexibility for building.
Okay,
So
I'll pursue that route then.
awesome.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Thanks, Patrick.
Thank you.
All right. Let me see where we are. Uh, Kate, did you have any other questions that we can go over live, or is it just about getting your account live?
I'm just trying to get it. I feel like I've been showing up to these meetings trying to get my account live for
Okay,
a very long time now.
okay, so we can't do that in these meetings here, but if you can just drop a note to the desk, we can get that taken care of for you
I
real quickly. Go ahead and unmute.
I said I have been. I haven't gotten a response.
Okay, go ahead and if you'll email the desk right now, we will definitely get you taken care of today.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Kate. All right. Let me check where we are with questions. Welcome. I see we've got a couple more people joining. Other questions? I was going to take some time today to go over the EMC, but we wound up having a lot of questions that wanted to happen. So if we don't have other questions at the moment, I will hop over to doing a quick run through of setting up an expiring mini course, as well as how to troubleshoot when things don't go as expected, and any questions that may be coming up on that. So here is the inside of an expiring mini course. Are you guys using these? Has anybody set one up, created an expiring mini course from the template? This is a great way to bring in people to give them a quick taste of your work, of what you do, and create some urgency for them to use it before it goes away. Shauna's done one, yeah. How's that going, Shauna? Are you using it? Are you getting people in it?
I set it up because there were some people that wanted some free trainings from me, and I was like, okay, but I'm not going to give them to you unless you're going to use them. So I set them up in a expiring mini course, but nobody ever signed up, and I don't have confidence that it works exactly the way that I set it up. I'm sure the expiring part works. I'm just not sure if some other things in it work.
Okay,
So it's
okay.
it's untested.
Gotcha, okay. So, let me just go through the basics of setting one of these up. If you go into your templates section, you'll see a template that you can just click to add to your account. And that's going to immediately add it in. You'll need to publish it to make it live to students. And when we go through setting up any course here, we've got these 6 steps to go through. And a lot of this is already going to be filled in for you when you use a template that the team has created. But what's a really good idea when you are setting up a course with a lot of moving parts is to go through and make sure you understand how it's working. And especially in the expiring mini course here, we have some automations that are going to do a series of actions. And in this expiring mini course example, we've got an automation that is triggered by when a student is added to the course. It's going to send them welcome information. It's going to give them a tag that says that it's not completed yet. Then it's going to have a series of timers, of emails, and eventually it's going to remove them from the course. And then 2 weeks later, it's going to bring them back and just give them another quick chance to do it, and then remove them one more time. So the thing to understand about an Xperience Mini course is that, first of all, it's got this timer on the top, but the timer does not actually remove access. This says 0 for me because I'm in my admin preview. If I were viewing it as a student, it would give me the actual time. But the timer itself doesn't make anything happen. It just works as a motivation for the students to complete it. What actually removes the students is the automations here. So you'll see that we've got this series of actions, and then this is the key right here, is that this automation is set to stop when this tag is added, and this tag is added when the students complete the course. So once they finish the last training, we have another automation that's set up that's going to remove the not completed tag and add the completed tag. And that completed tag is what's going to stop this automation from happening and removing them from the course. So if a student is getting removed or not getting removed in a way that isn't what you expect, you can go into your students section, click on a student, and open their activity log. And this one is not a great example because there hasn't been a lot of activity. But the student activity log is going to tell you everything that's happened. So they purchased the course, they did the first action, they received a tag, they had a tag removed, and you can go through and sort exactly what happened if someone did or didn't get added. Another thing to know is that in your experience engine, you're going to have a list of who has gone through this piece of the experience, and you can click into this, and that's going to take you to a list of the students, and you can click through and see exactly who's done this, what's happened, and then go to their activity log and get further info from there. So that is the key mechanism of the EMC that removes people. There's a couple more pieces that we could go through, but I saw a question in the chat that I want to look at. So we're setting up automations in XP, not in Go Plus. Adrian, great question. You can do both. Do we set up our sales pages in XP as well? Also up to you. You can do sales pages in XP or in Go Plus. I've been trying to get Go Plus set up, but it seems like I'm working in the wrong place. No, you're not in the wrong place because either of them can work. Do you, anything else you want to say about that, Adrian? No. You can set sales pages in XP or in Go Plus. Go Plus is going to have more options for setting up sales pages and automations for selling. If you're looking, and this might be part of your question, if you're looking to set up an automated sequence that is about marketing and attracting new people into your world, Go Plus would be a better place to do that because that's just what the tool is built for. And XP, even though to a certain extent you can use it for marketing, it's really designed as a course builder for students who are going through your course. So everything like automations that you set up is designed to be used for someone who has already signed up to a course in your school. Whereas in Go Plus, the purpose is more I'm creating lead magnets. I'm bringing people into my world. I want to communicate with them in different ways based on different triggers. That's all going to be more Go Plus territory. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. So, couple other things I want to just go through in the expiring mini course template. When you go to the home page, you're going to see a couple blocks here that have these icons that we were talking about before, where there is a condition about who can see this block. So for example, we've got a block here that is only shown to students with a tag, and the tag is EMC gave feedback. So basically, Murray's set up a thing here where if students give feedback on the course, they get bonuses, and this block magically appears. So where does that tag get added? It's going to be in step 3 in the action. Let me just check if there was a question about that. Shannon, not allowed to send marketing emails via XP, right? Only fulfillment emails. Yeah, it's really not designed for sending marketing emails. That's kind of a whole different thing of its own. And Go Plus is set up to do that well and to deliver marketing emails well. In XP, I mean, there's a fine line sometimes because you can use an EMC to market with, but the point is that people have opted into your course, they're in your world, they're already going through this experience, and that's what XP is set up to create. Whereas Go Plus is designed more to be an engine for marketing and reaching people.
I have a question, but
Yeah.
the last thing you said, which is, I mean, before you answered, address that in the chat. When you put an action that's actually like an essay question or whatever, a text question, where does the answer go? If a student answers it, where do you see the answer?
Yep. Great. So there's 2 places. This is a test course, so I don't have anything going on, but you can go to the activity feed or you can go to the student's profile, and the same place we were just looking at all of the activity. If this student had answered an essay question, that would be right in here. I could also go to the activity feed and see all of them, and I could filter my activity feed by an activity type and just see the responses, for example. So those are the 2 places that you'll see that. I think there's probably going to be some more ways to look at those and export those coming soon. Look at, well, okay. So, again, on the mini course here, we've got this block that is visible when students have given feedback and they've gotten that tag. And then we've also got another block that is visible when students completed the course. Let me hop into step 3 real quick and just show you. So you have an idea of all the places that you can add tags. If I go into step 3, my course content, and I edit my training and go to my actions and points, you'll see here we've got an action step called please give me your feedback. And if I open that, this is an essay response that the students are writing. We're asking for your feedback, your takeaways. And right here, we've added a tag that students will get as soon as they check off that action. That's going to be the gave feedback tag. And that is what is going to reveal the block on step 4. So
Can they only check off that action after they've actually filled out the field? Or they could check it off without filling?
that is up to you. You can set a certain number of words or characters that they need to add before checking it off.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So again, once they have checked that off, then they will be able to see their bonuses. And once they've finished the course, and this is kind of the key of an expiring mini course, is that once they've finished it, you want them to be able to continue with your next offer. So that's where this block can pop up once they've finished and take them to your special offer for your next thing. Patrick, questions, thoughts?
A different topic though. It's on the gamification lead magnet template. I'm considering creating a lead magnet in Go Plus, but I also saw this template here in XP. Was wondering if anyone had any words of wisdom, thoughts, maybe tried this before. What would be the pros and cons of using this lead template versus just creating a lead magnet in Go Plus?
Great question. So overall, for lead magnets, I would tend to go to Go Plus, again, just because that's what the tool of Go Plus is built for. We have, you're right, we do have that in XP, but XP is just more designed for a certain type of experience where students come in and go through a set course, and Go Plus in general is just designed for the much bigger world of bringing people into your community and communicating with them and all the things. So I don't have specifics about what those different features are, but in general, I can say that Go Plus is going to be your best option to do things involving bringing people in.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rachel.
You are so welcome. Yeah, and Shauna, question about that?
So I saw in one of the templates this comment block where people could comment on, I guess, the content of that page, and that it could be mirrored in the forum.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering, if I custom build a page, is it mirrored? Are there settings to get it to show up in the forum in a particular spot? And the comments that are made in the forum, are they mirrored back to the training, or it's just one direction?
So for your specific use case that we were talking about today,
Yes.
that mirroring to the forum is, I'm 99% sure, is not going to be an option, because that mirroring to the forum by training is tied to the step 3 trainings. And we were talking in your case about not necessarily using the step 3 trainings and just setting up custom pages or custom blocks and manually putting in videos. So that's a little bit of a different thing. And the feature you're talking about mirroring from the forum is tied to the step 3 trainings. Does that make sense?
That does make sense. How does it work in terms of, oh, I don't remember now. I probably answer my own question if I remembered exactly where the setting was. Is it when you set up a topic inside the forum, you one of the options is to say mirror content, right? And then you choose the training?
Exactly.
Got
Yeah.
it. Okay.
In the forum, you'll set up a space in the forum. You'll have an option that says, do you want to mirror course content? And you'll choose like from a specific course. But again, that will go to step 3 of that course and mirror trainings from step 3.
Right. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Shauna. All right, we are coming up to the top of the hour. Any last quick questions before we wrap up? Let me just check the chat. Anything else for the moment? You guys doing good? Feeling good? Got some stuff to go on? Cool. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Then I
Thank
think
you.
we will
Just one quick
go
question.
ahead. Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Is it
Hi.
Nagawa? Am I saying that? Am I pronouncing your name right?
Yeah, that's correct. Just one quick question before we go. The Go Plus that we get with XP, that's pretty much the same thing as the full Go Plus, but just more tailor-made to the fact that we have courses and stuff, right? Is that correct?
Go Plus is our white labeled version of Go High Level. So
Yeah.
it includes whatever you would get with Go High Level, and you're correct that it's tailored for XP, and there are some things that have been turned off just to make things easier. But if there's something that's turned off that you want turned on, we can turn it on for you. So the answer is
Oh,
yes,
okay.
you can get all of the features.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Of course, yeah. All right, you all. Thank you. Thank you. Great to see you all. Have
Thank you.
a great week, and let me know how all this goes. And I will talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.